Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
You take them all out for the day, and when they get home, sadly, the house will have burned to the ground.
You've been watching too many crime shows, pal. Reputable businessmen don't burn people out of their homes.
Businessmen do what's necessary to get the job done. Look, Paul, if we have to cut another access road, we stand to lose a fortune on this deal.
Oh, and that justifies arson, does it?
There's an old saying, if you can't stand the heat...
Not funny, Peter. Look, I'm just as anxious to make a profit on this deal as you are. Not this way.
Well, what'll it take to convince you that this is the way to go? I'm prepared to sweeten the pot a bit.
Forget it.
This is no business for bleeding hearts. I'll have a word with your boss. She's not the type to go soft over a few scare tactics.
That's where you're wrong. Rosemary's no fool. She'd be straight on to the cops.
You can't prove a thing. The Daniels Corporation is in this just as deep as we are. If we go down, you go with us.
Oh, no, we don't. Because as of this moment, any connection between you and this company is terminated. Why make myself clear?
It's clear, all right. But you won't get out of it that easy. You're going to hear a lot more about this.
Not from you, I won't.
I think I may have misjudged you, Robinson. You're a bigger fool than I thought.
What are the 5 most important dates in the last decade of Australian history?
I can tell you what the next one's going to be. The day Brian Hanson accepts our song. Hey, what do you reckon about a hearse? I heard about this band in the States. They use it to drive to all their gigs.
If you don't shut up and let me concentrate, you'll be riding in a hearse, all right? In the back.
Gee, you're a grouch. I mean, you wouldn't talk to me all morning because you didn't make it as a cheerleader. I thought you wanted this song to be a hit. It's our futures we're talking about.
Since when? It wasn't our future when being a cheerleader was important to me.
Well, that's different.
Is it really? You want me to be all hot for your so-called career, but when I want to do something, suddenly it's different. Got a brain, Scott?
Pass me the whisk, will you, darling?
Yep. You're only using 2 eggs. Ruth always uses 3.
But we're making this, not Ruth, and we are using 2.
You're cool. I like your way too.
Good.
Hi, Gran. Lucy.
Hi.
Here's trouble.
Gran, can I have a word with you for a sec? I was, going to talk about it to Charlene, but she's being really grouchy.
Yes, of course. Darling, give it a bit of a whisk, will you?
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Gran? You know how you always used to go on about my guitar lessons when I was a kid?
Those we used to have to drag you to, you mean?
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that now, because, I really like the guitar, and I was wondering if...
You'll have to wait for your birthday. We're not made of money.
My birthday? That's not for ages. Look, I've seen this catalogue, and its amplifier is only small, and guitar...
But you already
itself...
have an amplifier.
Yeah, I know. But if I'm going to get anywhere in the biz, I'm going to need the best. Well, I've seen this other guitar too, and it's...
You're beginning to sound more like Clive every minute. The amplifier you have is fine. It makes enough racket.
Gran, with the garage door down, you'll hardly hear a
Garage
thing.
door?
Yeah, it's not as if we'll be using it every day of the
We?
week. Yeah, just me and Mike and the rest of the band.
Band?
Well, we haven't exactly decided on who, but we're having auditions this weekend. It's no problem, is it?
No. No, not with a new amplifier, a new guitar, and a constant stream of your ever-hungry friends, and the complaints from the neighbours about the noise, and from the police, and your father's questions about where he's going to put his car. I can't believe where you get the idea that it's going to be a problem.
Thanks, Gran. Knew you'd understand.
Something I can do for you?
Proposition.
Sorry, I'm busy.
You've got me in a hell of a lot of trouble, Robinson. Well, I'm anxious to bail myself out.
Oh, is that so?
The fact that I haven't dragged your name through the mud is only because I'm shrewder than you think. It's not too late.
I'm listening.
My backers won't go cold on the deal. They've subtly suggested I find another partner.
Buy me out, you mean?
You hold the title to the Ramsay Street stock we need. Some of it, at any rate. I'll take it off your hands.
Ooh, so generous, Peter. What makes you think I'd sell to you?
Oh, come on. The real estate value's market price? There's no killing in it for you. It's just tying up your assets. I'm prepared to sweeten it by 20%.
All right.
25.
You could make it 50 and the answer's still no. And if you want to drag the Daniels Corporation's name through the mud, as you so hinted, I suggest you get some good legal advice first.
We still intend to build that shopping complex.
Oh, well, bully for you. I hope you have a lot of luck detouring it round Ramsay Street. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm a busy man.
How come you give me sultanas at recess? How come you don't give me cake like Ruth does?
Because I take you to the dentist. That reminds me, you have an appointment in 3 weeks' time. Off you go. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dad.
Hello, Pete. Have a nice day. You done your history assignment? Scott? Have you done your history?
Oh, yeah, I'll finish it before. Have a listen to this.
I've heard that a dozen times this morning. If anyone needs me, I'm in the shower.
Put the guitar down. Put the guitar down and listen to me.
Dad, this is important.
So is your schoolwork. I know you like your music, but you can't afford to let everything else slide. Your future is important.
Dad, music is my future. Me and Mike, we sent a song to Brian Hanson, and that's just the start.
What about all your plans to be a journalist? You're gonna let that go just so that you can write this?
This is classical music of the future. I mean, take a look at Paul McCartney and what he wrote. He was younger than me
Paul
when he joined
McCartney
his first
has a
band.
university degree. We're talking about you.
Okay, then let's talk about what I want. There's nothing wrong with a career as a songwriter.
I'm not saying there is. What I am saying is you can't afford to ignore a solid future for some half-baked dream.
Oh, you won't be calling it a dream when I make the big time.
The big time.
Yeah.
If and when you can make a decent week's wage out of writing songs, I will happily admit I was wrong. In the meantime, do your history assignment.
That sort of talk makes me all the more determined. I'll show you, and Charlene, and all the others. You just watch me, all right?
What they were talking about was plainly criminal. I didn't feel we could afford to be associated with it, apart from the personal aspects. Yes, they're still going ahead with the plan, but we won't be involved. Rosemary, I know it's going to cost us paper profits, but it makes the property management aspect of my decision more viable. I appreciate your backing on this one, Rosemary. Okay. Bye. See ya. Sit down, Mitch.
You wanted to see me about the house?
Yeah.
Paul, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll be able to be out of Ramsay Street in 30 days. I've been looking, but the rents are so high.
Slow down, Madge. Look, it's not common knowledge yet, but the redevelopment isn't going to affect Ramsay Street after all.
Oh, you can't imagine how glad I am to hear you say that. Have you had more refusals on your offers?
Some, but I've still got Tom's letter of agreement, and I'm going to be acting on it in the next couple of days. But that doesn't mean that you and Charlene are going to be left out in the cold.
It doesn't?
No, it means I'm your landlord, as of the minute the deeds are signed. And what I'd like to do is work on a lease for the property with you.
With me?
I figure we can work at some equitable rate. Max is still paying you back for the original loan, isn't he?
Yes, $100 a week.
Well, what say we set the rent at that?
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Good. Well, I'll get the paperwork underway then.
It'll be quite an advantage having a neighbour as a landlord. At least I'll know where to find you when the roof leaks.
As long as we keep it reasonable. Friends are friends, but business is business.
Mike? Don't do that.
Well, I've got to get a kiss from my girl when I can. How's it going?
Oh, not so good. I'm paranoid lifting my head out of this book after yesterday. Nan's probably lurking around here somewhere.
Pretty mad, is she?
Yeah. I'm grounded again. This time she means it. And, you're off bounds except at school.
Why me?
Well, we're still allowed to walk together.
Look, If we take the scenic walk, it should take, about an hour longer.
Thanks.
She's still giving you a hard time about this cheerleading stuff?
Oh, are you kidding? To her, it's like white slavery or something. But if that's what I want to do, then she can't stop me.
Well, I reckon if you've got a good chance, you should go for it.
I don't know. Jenny said some things that really made me think about how important it is to get a good education. I know there'll be heaps of girls out there who just kill for the chance, but I'm going to hang in there and get my HSC. I guess you're going to be stuck with plain Jane for a while longer.
There's nothing plain about my Jane. Besides, when we sell the song, I'll be famous enough for both of us.
Madge, that's marvellous.
Yes, and such a reasonable rent, too. Paul took me completely by surprise.
You're not the only one. This must mean that the plans for the access road through Ramsay Street have been abandoned.
Something you said must have struck a chord.
Well, I didn't mince words, I can say that much. I wonder why Paul hasn't told us himself.
Look, I've still got half an hour before I'm due back at the pub. Would you like another cup of tea?
Here's another bag.
Thank you. Have you heard anything from Laura at all?
Oh, yes, I ring her every day. She seems to be coping quite well.
Good. Is there something else on your mind?
Oh, I shouldn't be adding my worries to yours. I could do with a friendly ear, though.
Well, my worries are pretty much under control at the moment. Come on, tell me what the problem is.
Well, apart from the ongoing saga of Lucy and her dentist, and Scott and his crazy schemes for stardom, and Paul's recent impressions of Genghis Khan, I have a strong suspicion that I've become redundant in my own home.
You mean Ruth?
Oh, I know I'm being unreasonable. But if Lucy says Ruth always anymore, I'm going to do something drastic.
Oh, dear. Kids don't think, do they?
You know, I always thought I'd be delighted when Jim found the right woman. I know how lonely he gets. And Ruth would be very good for him. And the kids love her. I'm ashamed of the resentment I feel toward her. I didn't know I could be so petty.
Petty? Oh, Helen. You've given so much of yourself to that family that you wouldn't be human if you didn't feel a bit hurt at the thought of being replaced.
But I should be doing more to encourage Jim to sort things out with Ruth. Rosemary's asked me to go over and visit her in the States. She wants to pay my fare. I'm seriously considering taking her up on it.
Oh, that'd be wonderful for you.
Yes, well, it might give Jim and Ruth a few weeks to themselves. Anyway, I'll think about it.
Helen, most women would fight tooth and nail to keep that family to themselves. And you're prepared to step aside and give them a fair go. You have nothing to feel ashamed about.
Thanks, Madge.
Hey, Charlene, wait on.
The rack off, Jones. I'm not interested.
Hey, Mike. Right. Okay. Now, this one's a ballad, but it's not soppy. It's just really laid down.
You got any words for it?
Well, I've got a chorus, but the verses are a bit tougher.
Why don't you and me have a go, Mike? Anything be better than the stuff he's been turning out. You know you've got no hope with his record business, don't you?
Look, just because you blew it, you don't have to take your tempers out on us. I've seen those cheerleaders, and they're built pretty big. Big, yeah, big.
But if it's Vikki, why don't you get a date with one of them?
Charlene, I'm just joking. Look, I like you just the way you are.
Yeah?
Yeah, you and me, we're a team.
Well, this part of the team's got study to do.
She's still not talking to me.
She'll get over it.
Charlene, look, wait!
Make you sick, wouldn't it?
Reckon?
They're just as bad.
Oh, it's a big joke. Robertson and Young reckon they're going to make the songwriters.
So that's what they've been up to.
They read a Molly Meldrum article on TV Week. That's what gave them the idea. They've sent a song to Brian Hanson.
Going to be big stars, are they? Well, maybe we should give them some help.
Hey?
Meet me here after school. This is going to be fun.
Look, I've got to go to work for a while. Do you want to come to the coffee shop?
Nah. Nana'd kill us if she saw us together. I better get home and keep the books.
Well, I'll give you a call then.
You can try. I don't know if the band includes phone calls or not.
Okay. See you later.
Oh, Scott, have you got the English test paper? I left mine in my locker.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Buy your milkshake?
No, thanks. Got other things to do.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Like studying. You might try it sometime.
What's with this sudden interest in your grades? You know, Charlene, you were becoming unbearable. So you missed out on being a cheerleader. Big deal.
That happened to mean a lot to me. But what would you know about it anyway? All you guys can think about is becoming big pop stars. It's kid stuff.
Oh, is that right, is it?
Yeah. And now you're raving on about forming a band. Don't you realise how soon exams are?
I thought you would have realised how important this was to me. My dad reckons I'm crazy. I thought I could have counted on my own girlfriend for support.
Look, Scott...
No, forget about it. All my life I've either lived in my father's shadows or in Paul's. Well, this isn't just kid stuff. That song's good. That song's damn good.
Scott?
All right, Susan. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have been expecting them. So. Dad, Gran.
Oh.
Suppose you've heard the news?
Yes, quite a turnaround.
Rosemary called. Paul, I said some dreadful things. But I believe at the time I was totally justified. I just hope that I haven't damaged our relationship permanently.
You'd like to forgive and forget, is that it?
Oh, I'd like to get all this into its true perspective. Now, families can either make an effort to repair a rift like this...
What your grandmother's trying to
Look,
say...
I know exactly what she's trying to say, Dad. Just because I make an about-face on a business decision and end up not being such a bad guy after all, everybody thinks that I can just kiss and make up. Well, it isn't like that. You may be interested in what made me change my mind. Maybe it's irrelevant, I don't know. But I want you to know that my motives haven't budged that much. You see, I came into this strictly on a professional basis. A proposal was made. It affected people, sure. But I had nightmares about making that decision. Look, people weren't going to lose money. In fact, there would have been substantial pluses all around. But somewhere, somehow, people, including those I respected and loved, chose to see me as totally mercenary. Thought I didn't give a damn about who got hurt or their precious history of Ramsay Street. Well, let me tell you something. It hurt me. Because I do care.
All right, Paul, you've said enough.
Paul, I didn't realize you felt this way. Perhaps if we'd kept our collective blood pressures down, we might have come to an amicable solution much sooner.
I doubt it, Gran. In fact, I don't think this is really going to have much impact on anyone. See, I'm a landlord now. I own the Ramsay house, I own the Gibbons house, and 5 others in the neighbourhood. So instead of Paul Robinson, the ruthless developer, I've just changed caps. I'm now Paul Robinson, the ruthless landlord.
This some sort of game, is it? Isn't it obvious we came here to make amends?
Sure. Gran can have her office back. I'll buy you a tie on Father's Day, Dad. But all I was trying to do was to help all of us. I'm not going to forget that in a hurry.
Scott, will you test me on my words again?
Lucy, we've already done it 6 times. If you don't know it by now, you're never going to. Oh, I'm sick of homework.
Oh, you made enough racket with that already, and if Dad finds out, you're dead.
Well, Dad isn't here, is he? You get that.
Yes, sir.
Robinson, hello.
Idiot. Molly Meldrum's secretary here. May I please speak to Scott Robinson?
Scott, it's you, and it's Molly Meldrum's secretary.
Get out of it,
It
Lucy.
is, she said so.
Scott Robinson.
Yes, Scott. I'm speaking on behalf of Mr. Meldrum. Brian Hanson has been in touch with us regarding the material that you and Mike Young submitted to him. Yes, well, Mr. Hanson and Mr. Meldrum would like to discuss the material with you at Mr. Meldrum's house tomorrow morning at... would 9 o'clock suit you?
Wow. I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh, good. I'll be looking forward to seeing you. I'll just give you the address. It's...
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Lucy, your big brother is gonna be a star. You bought it?
Sure did.
Oh,